So it's going to read. Start reading.
A pure devotee of the Lord, of the standard of Uddhava, constantly associates with the Lord in the double perception of simultaneous separation and meeting. The pure devotee is not for a moment unengaged in the transcendental service of the Lord. Execution of the Lord's service is the main occupation of the pure devotee. Uddhava's separation from the Lord was unbearable, and therefore he started to Badrika Ashrama in obedience to the Lord's order, because the order of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical. As long as one is engaged in the execution of the order of the Lord, there is no factual separation from him. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Soham Tav Darshanāladha, Soham Tad Darshanāladha, Viyogarti Yutaha Prabhu, Gamishe Daitam Tasya, Badriyashrama Mandalam. My dear Vidura, now I am mad for want of pleasure of seeing him, and just to mitigate this, and are proceeding to Badrikash in the Himalayas for association as I have been instructed by him. So, becoming mad. Nunam pramattah kurute vikarma yat indriya pritiyapanoti tad sadhu manye asuratmanoyam asadapi klesha sadeha. Tasadu manye asanatmano ayam. So nunam pramatta kurita vikarma. This becoming mad is explained some places. Nunam pramatta kurite vikarma. It says certainly you'll become mad and you'll do great sinful activities when yat indriya priti apnoti. When sense enjoyment becomes the goal of your life, actually you become mad. And then kurute vikarma. Very easily you do sinful activities. There is so many people becoming mad. And what they do not do when they come on the grips of madness, they do anything. That is the nature of sense enjoyment. Sense enjoyment makes us mad. In the beginning, you may not do sinful activities, but gradually the sense enjoyment process is such that it will force you to do sinful activity. That's why Rishabhadeva's statement this is, anybody who makes sense enjoyment the goal of his life, he cannot stay sinless. It's a matter of time he will do sin. Because you put ghee on fire, fire will only increase. You put more ghee, it will all increase. Then it will lose the boundary of sin and papa and punya and enter into sinful activity. So people become mad, we are aware of. People become mad when they do sinful activity. Therefore, we see everyday news full of so much crimes. To be strict, actually, the moment you start entering Rajaguna, you start becoming a demon. And Tamaguna means all out. Demon is not something who has some horns ahead. Demon is something who will start becoming graphic and tamasic. The brain doesn't work and you do great simple activity. So we see the situation now, Uddhava becoming mad in another way. He is being separated from Krishna's association now in the Rajavankal. He has been separated now from Krishna's association. That's the condition. And it is unbearable for him. Now, everybody wants this, isn't it? We all like, we also reach this. This is worshipable for us. I always remember when in the Krishna book, when Krishna was gripped by Kaliya, so Mother Yashoda uh, came to the scene with Nanda Maharaj. They were all walking. Somehow they had some feeling something has gone wrong today. Krishna is scared. Prabhupada says when you love somebody too much, you feel today is gone. You feel very worried about him all the time. So they came looking for Krishna's lotus feet and they traced him to the banks of a river. And there they saw all the cowed boys are crying, are looking at Krishna who's coiled by a Kaliya. They're all shedding tears. So Nanda Maharaj, I saw that, Mother Yashoda saw that. Balaram was there. Balaram told Nanda Maharaj not to jump into the water, it's very dangerous. And Mother Yashoda wanted to immediately jump into the water. Balaram just stopped, please, not needed, it's dangerous, such a deep water and dangerous snake. And Mother Yashoda saw the scene, she fainted, unconscious. And the residents of Vrindavan were loudly telling her Krishna Leela. And she was unconscious, just hearing it, keeping alive hearing the Leela. How worshipable that situation, correct? Total samadhi on Krishna. So we should desire all these things. There, desire means first deserve, then desire. We should keep our life totally away. Avyartha kalatram, Prabhupada explaining the purport. Pure devotee means one moment he cannot live without remembering Krishna, without serving Krishna. Avyartha kalatram. One moment cannot be given. So when you're doing sadhana bhakti now is the stage for our purification. And we can appreciate. But one day the heart burst open. The faith is developed, purification is there. Krishna is, he is controller. He may, by grace, just give us a taste of this Bhagavatam. And then that's the perfection of our life. Nunam pramata kurute vikarma. If you make sense of the goal of your life, very soon you'll do sin. Why? Because the tendency is like that. Tata sadhu manye asan atmayavat asanabi asada klesha deha. My dear gentleman, you want to see that? Today already you are suffering because of your past sinful activities. You want to do more sinful activities. Just like somebody admitted to a hospital, cancer patient. His all one cancer lung has been removed. Some portion lung is spoiled, cut out. He has so much surgeries done, so much pain. He is writhing in pain. And the doctor sees him, is about to leave the hospital, and sees already smoking. What the doctor was saying? Just now you came out of suffering, again more suffering you want, correct? It looks logical. No. Just because smoking habit, his lung was so bad, it had to be cut and malignant had to be thrown out, and again he's smoking. Similarly, we are suffering so much actually. Because of our decision to stay in sense gratification in the material world, we are suffering so much. And we are again doing sinful activity. But already we are suffering, but sometimes we feel we are fine. Prabhupada has writes what a fine people are. In Vrindavana Bhajana, one of the Bhajana Prabhupada says, I am fine. Anybody say, how are you? I am fine. It's a joke. Nobody is fine in this world. Everybody is suffering. All the three sufferings are constantly there. Suffering due to body and mind, some suffering is there, more or less. Suffering to other living entities, they are waiting to harass you. They are envious of you, jealous of you. And then the suffering due to nature, adhyatmika, bhautika, devika, these kleshas everybody is suffering from. But when uh, heart gets purified, then you stop sinful activities. Then gradually this suffering will also stop. The suffering is just to reform you into gentleman. When you become a gentleman, then why we have to make you suffer to become a gentleman? We are already gentlemen. No? Is the redundant now? So somebody takes to Krishna consciousness, accepting the regulative principles as given by the Acharya, getting up early in the morning. I'm inviting you all. Morning, please get up. Mangala means your life also become Mangala. Mangalarti, 4:30, that's a trick. You want your day to be Mangal? Yes, come for Mangalarti. And then after that, we chant Hare Krishna. We have a short class of Bhagavatam in the morning. So you can participate in that. So, Nunam Pramata Kurute Vikarma. So, Rishwada says, your sons, my dear sons, headed by Bharat Maharaj, if you make sense enjoyment the goal of your life, Kurute Vikarma, you will do great sinful activity. It will happen from here. Yate Indriya Preeti Apunuti, sense enjoyment. Can't you see, my dear children, already are suffering because you pass sinful activity. Again, you want to do sinful activity. We all know there is so much suffering in this world. Even though externally we may say that I am happy, but it's not true. Everybody is suffering. Kurute Vikarma. So this is what the situation is. But Uddhava is not in this domain at all. This is in Mahamaya domain. But in Yogamaya domain is separate. Yogamaya, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti. At least we should reach Anartha Nivritti platform, where we are sincerely trying to wash our heart and we are very scared to touch sinful activity. Why devotee is very scared to touch sinful activity? Because that goes very against the very constitution. Devotee, the very target is to please Krishna. So how can devotee do sinful activity and try to please Krishna? Doesn't make sense. Somebody doing smoking, drinking, and say, I love Krishna. What kind of love this is? You have to express as pious activities and keep yourself away from sinful activities. One side you're trying to serve Krishna, other side you're doing something which is displeasing to Krishna. Doesn't make sense. Okay. So Uddhava is in a very exalted position. He's saying, I cannot bear for a moment separation from him. So I was going to Badrika Ashram to meet wonderful devotees, but I'm so happy I met you. Because Vidura is even take a role of a student. He's going to ask some questions to Uddhava. But Vidura is a great learned personality himself. So he's saying, okay, good, I met you. I wanted some association or so much pain thinking about Krishna. I'm getting an opportunity to think about Krishna and to meditate upon by meeting you. That's what this passage is like. Let me see anything. The pure devotee is not for a moment unengaged in transcendental service of the Lord. Execution of the Lord's service is the main occupation of the pure devotee. Okay, other things may be there, but that takes his main time. Otherwise, separation from the Lord was unbearable. How nice to hear. Actually, this I told you yesterday, also day for yesterday, this pain is not unbearable in one sense. It looks like that. Actually, it is the greatest happiness. Devotee feels unimaginable happiness in separation from the Lord. So order the Lord and order are identical himself. Now he may not be able to see the Lord, but he can execute his order. We are all not able to see Srila Prabhupada, but he can execute his order. Prabhupada is so happy when somebody is trying to read the books. He is so happy. So at least we can try do something. Because that is called Vapu Seva. That is more. And there is Vani Seva. This is Vani Seva, the orders of the Acharya, as he is expressed in various writings, and you try to execute that, the life becomes successful. As long as one engage execution order of the Lord, suppose you are always busy, there is no factual separation from Him. It's so useful. You constantly engage, no separation from Him. And also what happens is that no time for Maya now. No time for Maya. You're always engaged in Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mamachu avya vicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatite tan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. 14th chapter, when it is asked how somebody can cross over Maya, the answer is that Mamacha avya vicharena, without any other diversion. Bhakti yogena sevate, with bhakti yoga, not other yogas, we serve the Lord. Mamacha avya vicharena bhakti yogena sagunan samatite tan. Such person immediately jumps over influence of gunas. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Spiritual. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
I have a
Krishna
question. Can
Prabhuji.
I ask?
Question now. What is the question?
Yeah. Yesterday also and in today's class also, you said that Uddhava, when separation of God was very painful, right? One side you mentioned that, and other side today you're saying that it is not painful, it is happiness. So I'm
Happy is painful.
confused with this
Spiritual.
contradictory statement.
Not
Could you
contradictory.
please let me know? I mean, what it is?
It looks as if. See, devotee, Krishna never makes devotee unhappy. Okay? Okay. So now in the meditation of the Lord, there is two things, meeting and separation. In this world, separation is painful. Okay. In spiritual realm, nothing is painful. In separation, you are thinking of the Lord intensely. When you're thinking of the Lord intensely, you get the highest spiritual happiness. So apparently it is pain, it's the greatest spiritual happiness. Krishna never went back to Vrindavan. That means Vrindavan Vasis died. What kind of cruel person he is? He never left Vrindavan. In his meditation, is always there. And they were deriving unlimited spiritual happiness in intense separation from. होता ना खट्टा मीठा, it's like that. ऐसा लगता है जैसे somebody has put a stone on your head. But that, because separation looks externally so painful, but actually internally it's total samadhi on Krishna. And that's what Uddhava is explaining. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
This is a very advanced emotion. Separation from the Lord is an advanced spiritual emotion.
Maybe it is like loving teasing.
But that is
Some kind
material. That is material. This is spiritual.
Yes.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam Prabhuji. Hare